music is about community. It's about the communal experience. The family that we have in the band is the most important thing. We have an amazing relationship. For us recording the album, touring the songs, I think that connection that we have transfers to delivering the music to our audience and involving our audience in the discussion and the dialogue. In our travels, we've seen a lot of incredible art. The Mona Lisa in Paris, iconic representations of moments in time. This, my friends, is one such moment. I present to you the Switchfoot Bro-Am Surf Jousters. So lately I've been coming out to my garage and throwing some paint around. By no means am I an artiste, but I've dabbled in painting since high school. I love to start paintings. It takes me a while to finish them. I'll go on tour and leave a few half-done canvases around the garage, and I enjoy it, you know. I look around me here in the garage and I'm surrounded by potential canvases, you know, whether it's a surfboard or a broken skateboard, a piece of wood. Most of the time the things that I paint are the things around me here in Southern California. The ocean, surfing, music. Trying to infuse a little Bro-Am surf joust into the old Hawaiian scene. Always looking for a way to collide music and surfing and art. The Switchfoot Bro-Am has become our annual event here in San Diego and our favorite day of the year, combining music and surfing and trying to rally the community for homeless kids. The Bro-Am has become something so much bigger than ourselves. To know that it's grown in numbers is amazing, but it's also exciting to know that it's had a tangible impact in the community. To visit Stand Up for Kids in Oceanside and see their new center and that they're growing and able to assist more kids each day, it feels really good. I heard a conversation between Drew and John about guitars on Mars, and I started thinking, wow, well, why don't I take the drums somewhere new? And I went out the back door with them, put them in my truck. What would a snare drum sound like 20 feet under the surface? We found that the conductivity of the salt water between the heads of the snare drum allows for a better wet resonance at that depth in the ocean. Looking around this studio, we have gathered a lot of stuff, and it's actually a good thing because when it comes time to really get creative, we've got wood, carpet, metal, plastic, all this stuff. And then we discovered, for this particular song, Afterlife, our secret weapon. When you hit this thing, it just has this amazing tone. We have a very green effort happening here in the studio. So we are reappropriating the use of standard objects, you know, guitar cases, metal, wood. That's how I used to pay the rent. See this thing up here? Each has its own space, unique acoustic properties. Sometimes I look around me in the studio and I wonder, how did I get here? You know, how did I end up in a situation where I get to make music every day with my best friends? It's something that I'll never take for granted, working on music that we believe in.
For this record, we talked a lot about making it a drum and bass groove-oriented kind of machine. So every time any one of us wanted to kind of change a part, the other guy was like, well, I'm getting in there too. You know?
There are moments when you want to capture certain sounds, so you'll isolate the drums and maybe put them over in the closet or something. And, you know, it's a lonely space to be a drummer over in a closet, playing by yourself. Let's put it in the big room, find a way to capture the sound with, you know, the bass amp over there, drums right here, full blast. I remember tracking the original and trying to come up with the verse groove and, you know, the bare drum and bass and vocal pretty much. during that section, but the kick locked with the bass, everything's just really tight and funky. For me growing up, music was something that united me with people that I wouldn't otherwise have a connection with. To be at a show singing a song together with strangers and realizing that music has a powerful influence to bring people together. Vice Versa has become rolling down the window and looking around and noticing the highs and the lows. This life is short and there's so many things that we miss along the way. There's joy, there's pain, there's good and bad happening all around us all the time. And coming to grips with that and living in the tension, to me that's Vice Versa.